Hey everyone. So, today I am talking about smartwatches again. And as you've guessed from the thumbnail and the video title, it's about a Fossil Gen 5 smartwatch and I mean, if you've ever seen any of my previous videos, you know I like to wear gadgets, smartwatches, smartbands, and I've mentioned them. There's one here as well. So I like a lot of smartwatches. I own a lot of smartwatches, and I have owned more. And why I particularly do not wear this 23K smartwatch. Now, if you're wondering, how did I get a watch as expensive as this 23K? I mean, it's not a small amount of money. You can watch a video that I made earlier on how to get smartwatches in India, which is linked down in the description. But let's talk about this particular watch. Let's talk about why I stopped using it and what can we expect in the Samsung event, which is on August 11th, the Unpacked event, where we will be getting to see new products, Samsung Galaxy Watch 4, based on the combined OS, which would be Tizen and WearOS combined, and hopefully much better products. So 23,000 for a watch, for a smartwatch which rests on your wrist and does little, much lesser than a smartphone, which could be also available in less money. I mean, you can get smartphones for 10,000, 15, 20,000. So you can get a smartphone which is a bigger screen, which does a lot more than a particular small, tiny screen smartwatches. And I mean, some people would argue, oh, they are different categories, they are different products. I agree. But if you have limited income, if you have limited money and you want to choose where to spend, again, I mean, smartwatches, especially Android Wear based smartwatches, or Wear OS now, as they're called, have had a niche audience. I mean, they are always the enthusiasts who would get Wear OS watches because they are not a mass market product. They are expensive. They're not worth their money, and it's everyone involved in the production of those watches who are at fault here. So let's start with the history of it. When Google started Wear OS, or it was called Android Wear in its first iteration, the very first watch that they released was from Samsung and LG. I have the LG G watch, the very first watch, which was the first product released on Android Wear. Very limited. I mean, of course, it was the first gen product. Of course, you knew that things will improve. They will get new features, new things added as time grows. But Google never capitalized on this, and no other product from Google, which is whether it's their Android for tablets, whether it's Wear OS, is as successful as the Android phones. One of the biggest reasons is Wear OS as a software, as an OS, is shit. I mean, I can't put it more bluntly, but it is shit. It is absolutely unoptimized. The battery lasts 1 day maximum. There are these hardware partners, OEMs, like Movoi, who have tried other things, even Fossil, they have tried things to improve the overall experience, but things have not changed. I mean, you have to be really lucky and you have to have a wonderful product to get 2 or 3 days maximum out of a Wear OS, full charge battery. So what's the problem with my particular watch? I'm in India, right? And I have a tweet which you can see here. I have 4 reasons that I've mentioned in my tweet as to why I don't use my watch. Number 1, the battery shit. Of course, I mean, that's the main. If you have to charge your watch every day, just like your phone, you don't want to do that. I mean, at least a 3-day, 5-day, even a week, whatever. I mean, I've owned watches, and I do own watches right now. This is a Honor GS Pro, which lasts 25 days according to them, but I think around 20 days for me, 20, 21 days, 3 weeks, amazing. This is another one, which is an Honor Magic watch. It lasts around 10 days, like still around 2 weeks, depending on how you use them. Great. I mean, I can live with that. I can have a smartwatch which lasts me 10 days, 15 days, whatever, but not a smartwatch which I have to charge daily. So that is number one. The battery is shit. Number two, there's not a single killer app. Like, I mean, yes, you can download apps. Compared to other OS that you have on watches, people say, oh, at least on WearOS you have apps, you have third-party app support. But tell me one killer app which makes your watch amazing. And again, I mean, of course, if you want to use apps on your watch with that tiny screen, doesn't make sense. Also, that just means you would run out of battery even more sooner, right? It won't even last a day, maybe a few hours. So that's a cat and mouse situation. If you want to use apps on your watch, it will drain battery faster. But there are no killer apps. So that's, again, a big deal. Third, I do have smartwatches, like I mentioned, which are better at least in battery life, which is the biggest thing about a smartwatch. And number four, and very important, I mean, this particular smartwatch, the Fossil Gen 5, has NFC. And we can't use it in India for payments. So yes, in India you get products which are the same as the world gets it, but they are limited by either Google. I mean, Google has started NFC payments from Google Pay, but it's just for the phone so far. It's very limited. They have limited partners. I have a video coming up on that as well, which is a long video. So look out for that, and I will talk more in detail about Google Pay NFC in that video. But yeah, it's not supported on the watch. So a 23,000 watch lasts a day, no killer apps. You have better products in the market which, at least do things better than them. I mean, even so, let's see what has happened. I mean, how things have potentially improved from the hardware perspective, because the software is so shit. So Qualcomm now finally agreed that they will make new processors for WearOS. So far they have not. They have had outdated processors, 5 years old. Even this one, it has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 3100, which is a 5-year-old processor. So that's the reason this particular watch is not getting the WearOS 3. A 23,000 watch is not getting WearOS 3. It's not getting the latest OS. Yeah, that's what you get for being an early adopter, for being a tech enthusiast. You waste your money on first gen products or second gen, I mean, because it's WearOS 3. So yeah, the only good thing Fossil did to this was they realized that the software, the OS is shit, and it kind of lags and it's a bad experience. So they upgraded the hardware. Most smartwatches based on WearOS used to come with half a gig of RAM, 512 MB, and they had internal storage of 4 GB, which of course gets reduced by the OS. So maybe you get 3.5 or 3.2 GB usable, but they went and made it double. So they made watches with 1 gig of RAM and 8 gigs of internal storage, which was a good way of compensating the issues and the problems you have with software by adding hardware. And Samsung is doing that. They are upping the game by providing 1.5 gigs of RAM in the watches and 16 gigs of storage, internal storage. So that's good. But we have to see, I mean, there is a huge amount of, sense of like, will this be it's a make or break moment for WearOS. So these new watches, which are supposed to be launched on 11th of August, and they are called Galaxy Watch 4, will they be worth it? Will they be the worth of wait? Because with Tizen and WearOS coming together, what has Samsung cooked for us? We are all waiting with bated breath, all the tech enthusiasts. So we'll soon know. But so far, this 23,000 has been a complete waste of money. Nothing that I could do with it. But thankfully, as I said, if you have looked at the video in the description, you know the story of how I got that watch. So yeah, that's an interesting story too. So make sure you watch the video. And yes, let's see. I mean, I am looking forward to that event, Samsung event, and seeing reviews of the watches when they come out and people have a hands-on experience with them. And let's really hope that WearOS can get back on track. That's it. That's pretty much the video. That's my rant of the week, or of this, about this particular. But yeah, I mean, I've stopped using I don't wear it. I charge it and I just keep it. It's lying on my bed, but I wear all the other watches. And yeah, I've stopped wearing my WearOS watches. So let's hope that WearOS as an OS or as an ecosystem develops to that level that people finally start buying them and they're worth their price. So far, it's a mess, and I really hope Google and Samsung can actually improve that. We will know it soon. I'll probably make a video on that as well. Let's look forward to 11th of August. Let's look forward to the Unpacked event, and we'll know what's happening. Thank you. As always, the reminder, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please do. If you found that video, any of my videos, including this video, useful, please share it with your friends, comment, like, and yeah, keep coming back. There's a lot more planned. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day. Take care of yourself. Talk to you